Have you ever wondered what it would be like to time travel? Well, you're about to find out. Imagine yourself transported to a different era, surrounded by ancient architecture, indulging in gastronomical wonders, and living through countless art masterpieces. That, my friends, is what a 7-day journey through Italy feels like. Intrigued? Stick around as we teleport through time, one Italian city at a time. Here's what's in store. We're going to map out an itinerary that will cover the majesty of Rome, the allure of Vatican City, the charm of Venice, the grandeur of Florence, the architectural prowess of Pisa, the quaint beauty of Cinque Terre, and the bucolic bliss of Tuscany. All that in just a week. Oh, and for those of you who love a good trivia challenge, keep your thinking caps ready. Somewhere along the route, we've got an intriguing question that will test your knowledge. So let's embark on this Italian odyssey, shall we? It's not just about travel. It's about experiencing history, culture, and cuisine through a 7-day Italian sojourn that will leave you enriched. Are you ready to become a temporary Italian? Let's get started. In the grand mosaic of history, few cities capture the human story as dramatically as Rome. Ancient legends, heroic battles, artistic triumphs, and epic tragedies are all etched in Rome's stony face. As the saying goes, Roma non fu fatta in un giorno, which means Rome was not built in a day. Indeed, with over 28 centuries of existence, Rome has been in the business of captivating souls since 753 BC. Our first day begins at the heart of ancient Rome, the Colosseum, a grand amphitheater that could hold up to 50,000 spectators, symbolizing the genius and ambition of Roman architecture. Next, we step into the Roman Forum, the central stage for political, commercial, and judicial life in ancient Rome, a place once teeming with triumphal processions and elections. We conclude our day at the Palatine Hill, where myth meets history. As per Roman mythology, this is where the she-wolf found Romulus and Remus, the twin brothers and founders of Rome. Now let's hit pause for our trivia question. Can you guess how long it took to construct the Colosseum, one of the new 7 wonders of the world? Remember, every second of history has a story to tell, and we're just getting started with ours. Tomorrow, we journey to the smallest country in the world. Can you guess where? Stay tuned. As the sun rises on our second day, we find ourselves in the heart of Rome, yet at the doorstep of another sovereign entity, Vatican City. Nestled within the city boundaries of Rome, Vatican City is the smallest independent city-state in the world by both area and population, a fact that's as intriguing as the treasures it houses. Our exploration begins at the magnificent St. Peter's Basilica. Boasting an interior area of 15,160 square meters, this basilica is not only the world's largest church, but also an incredible showcase of Renaissance art and architecture. And if you're wondering just how vast 15,160 square meters is, consider this. You could fit around 3 American football fields in there. But it's not just the size that amazes, it's also the artistry of master sculptors like Michelangelo and Bernini, whose works, including the Pieta and Baldachin, continue to inspire awe among millions of visitors each year. Next, we venture into the Vatican Museums, an ensemble of art museums boasting an expansive collection of historical pieces and masterworks gathered by popes over the centuries. Among these, the School of Athens by Raphael and the Gallery of Maps are sure to captivate your senses. However, no trip to Vatican City would be complete without a visit to the Sistine Chapel. This is where we come face to face with one of art history's greatest achievements, Michelangelo's frescoed ceiling, a masterpiece that has stood the test of time for over 500 years. This journey through Vatican City is not just about witnessing masterpieces and appreciating architectural grandeur. It's about understanding the fusion of art, faith, and history, and how they've shaped the world as we know it today. As we end our day, remember to tune in tomorrow as we continue to unravel Italy's timeless charm, one city at a time. Day 3 of our Italian Odyssey takes us deeper into the heart of Rome. Have you ever heard the expression, when a man is tired of Rome, he is tired of life? Let's put that to the test as we delve into 2 remarkable sites, the Pantheon and Piazza Navona. Built nearly 2,000 years ago under Emperor Hadrian, the Pantheon is the best preserved monument from ancient Rome. Its enormous dome, still the world's largest unreinforced concrete dome, is a testament to the ingenuity of ancient Roman architects. But the true marvel of the Pantheon is its oculus. This large circular opening at the dome's apex is the building's only source of light. As the sun moves, beams of light drift around the Pantheon, creating an almost ethereal atmosphere. It's said that even the great Michelangelo, upon seeing the Pantheon, called it the work of angels, not humans. Not far from the Pantheon, we find Piazza Navona. This vibrant square, built on the ancient stadium of Domitian, has been a center of Roman life since the 1st century AD. Its 3 fountains, especially Bernini's central Fontana dei Quattro Fiumi, are a nod to Rome's artistic richness. Can you imagine this space was once flooded during weekends in August for mock naval battles? It's true. Now we're halfway through our 7-day Italian journey. If you're finding our trip enlightening, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and check the description box for valuable resources. It's time to keep exploring, so join us tomorrow as we voyage north to a city that floats on water. Can you guess which city that is? As we greet the 4th day of our historical journey through Italy, we find ourselves surrounded by the ethereal beauty of Venice, a city where the streets are made of water. Venice, a World Heritage Site, is a testament to the enduring ingenuity of humans. Think about it, an entire city built on wooden piles driven deep into the marshy ground more than 1,000 years ago, a feat that still stands strong today. And that's not a joke. According to a study conducted by the University of Padua, some of these wooden piles are as sturdy as they were in the 8th century. Now the heart of Venice lies in the bustling Piazza San Marco, the only piazza in Venice, with the rest being called campi. Imagine standing in the square, surrounded by historical grandeur in the form of St. Mark's Basilica, the Doge's Palace, and the towering Campanile. The basilica, decorated with Byzantine mosaics, tells a visual story of the Venetian Republic's wealth and power. Next up, the Doge's Palace. The residence of the Venetian ruler or Doge is an architectural wonder that has watched over the lagoon city since the 9th century. Touring the palace, you'll uncover tales of Venetian politics and even walk through the infamous Bridge of Sighs, named so by Lord Byron in the 19th century, where prisoners would sigh at their final view of Venice before their imprisonment. That's quite a breathtaking view to leave behind, wouldn't you agree? Now, if you think Venice is mesmerizing by land, wait until you see it by water. The Grand Canal, the main aquatic artery of Venice, is a sight to behold. With approximately 170 buildings dating from the 13th to the 18th century lined up along its banks, a gondola ride here is like sailing through a living museum. A historical tidbit for you: during the Republic, only nobility were allowed to construct along the canal, a privilege that clearly speaks volumes about their power and influence. So, there you have it, a day well spent in the city of canals, a place that's not just a city, but a testament to human resilience and ingenuity. Day 5, we turn our compass towards the city that's been called an open-air museum. Yes, you guessed it, Florence. Hailed as the cradle of the Renaissance, this Tuscan gem breathes life into the tales of artistic revolution, leading us into the grandeur of Florence Cathedral, Uffizi Gallery, and Ponte Vecchio. Speaking of grandeur, behold the Florence Cathedral, also known as the Duomo. This monumental edifice, with its iconic red dome, dominates the city's skyline. Historically, it's an architectural wonder thanks to Filippo Brunelleschi, who in the 15th century revolutionized engineering with the design of the cathedral's dome. Now get this, Brunelleschi's dome, the largest brick dome ever constructed, still stands undefeated in size. Yes, you heard that right. Now, that's what we call peaking at its finest. Next, we navigate to the treasure chest that is the Uffizi Gallery. How about this for a fun fact? It houses the world's greatest collection of Italian Renaissance art, commissioned by families no less prestigious than the Medici. Walking through its grand corridors, you'll cross paths with luminaries of the art world, Botticelli, Michelangelo, Da Vinci, to name a few. We bet that puts a new spin on brushing up on your art history. Lastly, we take a stroll across the Ponte Vecchio. This medieval stone bridge, with shops that line its edges, has been standing over the Arno River since 1345. That's over 675 years of steadfast service. Now that's what we call a firm foundation. To wrap up Day 5, we've learned that whether it's pushing the boundaries of engineering, fostering the greatest minds in art, or building bridges, quite literally, Florence is more than just a city. It's the bedrock of an era that redefined human potential. As we sign off for today, remember we have 2 more captivating days to go on our Italian journey. So stay tuned, because the Italian story is far from over. On the 6th day of our Italian journey, we invite you to marvel at the architectural audacity of Pisa and soak in the picturesque charm of Cinque Terre. Our first stop is the Piazza dei Miracoli in Pisa, home to the world-famous Leaning Tower of Pisa. This iconic freestanding bell tower of the cathedral began tilting during its construction in the 12th century due to the soft ground, and despite numerous attempts to correct the lean, it persists today. It's been the subject of many a scientific study, including a notable one by Dr. John Berland, a soil mechanics professor, who helped reduce the tower's lean from 5.5 to 3.99 degrees between 1990 and 2001, adding a couple more centuries to its lifespan. We now shift our gaze from the lofty height of the tower to the ground, where we find the Pisa Cathedral and Baptistry. The Baptistry, the largest in Italy, is a marvel of acoustics. Its distinct echo effect is created by the building's double dome and reverberates for up to 9 seconds. Now that's a sonic spectacle. From Pisa, we travel towards the azure coast of Cinque Terre, a string of centuries-old seaside villages on the Italian Riviera. With its cluster of colorful homes precariously perched on steep terraces, Cinque Terre is truly a sight to behold. Studies show that these terraces, some of which were built as far back as the 12th century, were designed to maximize arable land and support vineyards on this rugged coastal terrain. Today, they not only provide a stunning backdrop for travelers, but are a living testament to the region's historical resilience and resourcefulness. Whether it's the audacious lean of a tower or the vibrant terraces of coastal villages, Day 6 of our journey celebrates the spirit of human tenacity and ingenuity that defies norms and transcends boundaries. We're nearing the end of our journey, but there's still one more captivating day left, so stay tuned. Tomorrow, we explore the bucolic beauty of Tuscany, an experience that promises to leave a lasting impression. As we step into the final day of our journey, we find ourselves engulfed by the serene beauty of the Italian countryside. Today, we explore Tuscany, a region that's not only famous for its scenic landscapes, but also carries a profound historical significance. Historically, Tuscany, the birthplace of the Italian Renaissance, has been a cradle for many groundbreaking developments in art, literature, and science, profoundly influencing European culture. It was here that luminaries like Dante, Petrarch, and Boccaccio gave a new direction to literature, and the Medici family ushered in an era of unparalleled patronage for arts and sciences. Our first stop in Tuscany is Siena, a city that radiates medieval charm. Known for its historic cityscape and the Palio horse race, Siena's fan-shaped central square, Piazza del Campo, is a sight to behold. A study conducted by the University of Siena revealed that the city's unique layout, with 17 contrade or districts radiating from the central piazza, is an embodiment of the Sienese concept of community, as it has remained unaltered since the Middle Ages. Next, we travel to San Gimignano, famously known as the Town of Fine Towers. As per UNESCO, it's an exceptional testimony to the medieval town planning, as it retains a dozen of its tower houses, which have become its international symbol. Walking through the town, it's easy to envision the historical competitiveness among the wealthy families, each trying to outdo the other by building a taller tower. Finally, we take a pause for some vinous delight, tasting some of Italy's best wines at the local vineyards. Historically, wine has been produced in Tuscany for over 3 millennia, making it one of the oldest wine-producing regions in the world. A study conducted by the University of Florence revealed that Etruscans and Greeks laid the groundwork for Tuscan viticulture around 800 BCE. Before we wrap up, let's circle back to our trivia question from day 1. We asked how long it took to construct the Colosseum. If you said 8 to 10 years, pat yourself on the back. Yes, despite its enormous size and complexity, the Roman Colosseum was built between 70 to 80 AD under the reigns of Emperors Vespasian and Titus. Now, if you enjoyed exploring Italy with us and wish to embark on more such exciting journeys, don't forget to click on our other videos and let the magic of travel inspire you.